I'm a huge fan of Jaws. Ergo, I love shark movies. It's just the way I'm built, and although nothing has ever come close to that feeling that Jaws gives me, I still go into most shark movies with a sense of excitement, looking forward to what they're going to bring. Deep Blue Sea is probably one of my favourite shark movies. I just think it's incredibly fun, pulpy, silly, but cool. And I eagerly checked out Deep Blue Sea 2, which was completely average, unexciting, and just didn't make me eager to see any more installments. But for some reason, when I heard there was a Deep Blue Sea 3, I was all over that, excited once more by the possibility of terrific shark action, and I dove into this one with an open mind. And these kind of movies are all about managing expectations. You know, you kind of know what you're going to get in with these movies, and it's all about lowering the bar a little bit so that you're open to some of the idiosyncrasies that these kind of movies have. This one has a fantastic setting straight away, and I was rather impressed by the special effects and the setup of the story. It is an abandoned fishing village which is almost floating on the water, much like Waterworld. It has these shacks with pathways. It's all very nice. It looks a great aesthetic and has a really interesting look about it. Something that doesn't scream like a low budget direct to video movie, and I was really kind of curious about that right off the bat, where it was going to go from there. Of course, you follow an extremely similar story to the first two Deep Blue Seas. We have these genetically mutated sharks that are smarter than normal, that can think, that are or have escaped from a research facility. We have a group of people hiding out on a kind of trawler boat, chasing them down, trying to capture them if they can, kill them if they can't, and they meet up with this abandoned fishing village where Dr. Emma is doing research on this reef where a lot of underwater life is kind of drawn towards, and she's been doing this for a number of years, doing a vlog on it and things like that. Has a research team there, and you've got the research team, you have this trawler of people with a duplicitous nature there to catch the sharks, and together they have to work together to stop these man-eating super smart sharks from escaping into the wild and just decimating sea life. Like I said, typical plot of these kind of things, but it caught me off guard right from the start because this thing seemed genuinely good. You're waiting for the penny to drop, but it never quite got there. I'm watching this movie and the special effects were looking pretty good. The story was pretty decent. I liked some of the characters, even though they are one-dimensional. Perfectly fine in this kind of movie because I'm not expecting great character work. But the action's fun. The set pieces are interesting. Some of the gore scenes are fantastically well shot and offer real surprises that I was like, wow, I haven't seen that done before, and that is super interesting and looks very cool. And it just keeps building up and building up, and I'm like, this thing is really, really solid until the last half hour where it really gave in and embraced its misgivings and started to go down a typical route that left it feeling rather bland at the end. But that first hour was rather terrific. Some of the characters were a little bit uneven throughout the movie, like the lead character of Emma, who leads this team but feels very antagonistic to her entire team in the opening scene. It just feels misplaced with the rest of the movie. She's very hard-nosed, barking orders, there's no leeway, and she's very like pushing these people, and it just felt as if she was just leaning into that not very nice character work where this is the lead character and we should be buying into her. The set pieces of the sharks underwater offer real tension, and there is moments with CGI sharks that look particularly good in this one as well. This is directed by John Pogue, who's done a couple of other big movies like The Quiet Ones, Quarantine 2, and just having somebody that understands the kind of source material of what they're working with here leans into those kind of genre elements and creates something a little bit better than I was really expecting. There is typical character turns that you can see coming. There is at least one moment that truly caught me off guard and almost made me spill my coffee when I jumped off my seat, which is very rare to happen these days, but it was a terrific moment. It has all these homages to Deep Blue Sea, and this is way better than the second one and would leave me looking forward to a part 4 if there was to be one, which there probably will. Deep Blue Sea is a franchise that probably shouldn't happen, but I'm kind of glad it did, because it gave me that direct-to-video genre hit that I really didn't know I wanted, but I got it anyway. If you liked the first one, I'd miss out the second and go straight to part 3, because I think you'll find some things in there that are enjoyable. It's a late night, Saturday night movie where you're having a couple of beers, pizza, and you want some rubbish for the brain. Perfect kind of movie for that. It's not great, it has some misgivings, but generally it gets a pass because it's fun and has some interesting quirks about it. I'd love to know your thoughts on Deep Blue Sea 3 if you have seen it. And I'd also like to know what your favourite shark movie is, excluding Jaws, because I think we just know that that is the best one ever. So let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.